So what's the laziest way to make money online? Here are 1,000 online businesses. Let me tell you 50 lazy online businesses. That's what these fucking guys do. There's thousands of YouTube videos right now of people doing that. Let me tell you 900, like bro, I can easily go on ChatGPT right now and get a full list. You know, I'm not sure what these super geniuses are on, starting 20 online businesses, but I've only ever done one. And that's what I'm going to share with you guys in this video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Romayroh. I've made over $1.8 million with my online business. And that online business is called YouTube automation. Or at least that's what people call it, but it's really not that automated. It's more like YouTube outsourcing. And pretty much what I do is I make YouTube channels on different topics. For example, my biggest YouTube channel that's made me over $1 million in ad revenue is about celebrity news. I've also made a few bucks with a YouTube channel about the WNBA. I've made over 100,000 with a YouTube channel about top 10 TV show moments. I've also done YouTube channels about country music artists, kind of like biographies. Same thing with old Hollywood artists from the 50s and 60s. And most recently, this YouTube channel, which I'm not going to reveal the niche because it is something I created, but this YouTube channel in just 28 days got 1.4 million views, and that paid me $10,501. And just so you guys can see, in July, this channel only made 15 cents. And mid-August, when I started this YouTube channel, it ended the month with 5,900, and so far this month, 14 days in, it's made $4,627. And listen, YouTube automation has a bad reputation just because there's a lot of scammers. I understand that. And it probably doesn't help that I have a link to a school community down below, which is my course where I teach people how I do YouTube automation. But I want to make it very clear. You don't have to buy a course, you don't have to join a community to see results. I always recommend that you should at least try it first, before buying anything. But anyways, how does this work? Let me give you a quick recap here. Let's go ahead and say that I want to make this YouTube video here faceless. Hypothetically speaking, I would go into ChatGPT and I would say, make me a YouTube script for the laziest ways to make money online. Of course, that is a shit prompt. That is not what you want to do. You want to give it a lot of detail. You want to give it some examples, but this is just, an example of how this works. Then ChatGPT would give you a semi-decent script. From here, you would go to a website that creates AI-generated voices. This is going to be the voice that commentates your script. I personally use 11 Labs. So what you would do is you would copy one paragraph at a time and you would paste it onto 11 Labs once you choose a voice, right? Then you would just click on generate speech and this is what it sounds like.
Let's be honest. Everyone wants to make money online without working 12-hour days.
You would download that and then boom, now you have an original script and you have an original voiceover. The last thing is the visuals of your video. From here, you have multiple options. You can go to Fiverr.com, just search up video editing, YouTube automation, and start browsing, right? Start seeing who has the best prices or who has the most reviews. I don't know, whatever you want. For example, this guy here. This person will create a 8 to 10 minute video for you for the price of $25, which I don't think it's that bad. You would just click on contact me. I would send him my script and the voiceover I made. And I would be like, hey, can you edit this? And then you would repeat this process for every single upload. The other option though is to learn how to do it yourself. And listen, editing is not that complicated anymore, right? We're in the big 2025. There are a lot of tools and a lot of updates that have happened to these editing softwares. And a lot of people love to use this excuse that, oh, I'm old, I'm not good with technology. Dude, in my school community, I have multiple editing tutorials there. And I've taught people over the age of 50 how to edit. And they're like, you know what? It wasn't that bad. Now wait, the editing that you see in this video is actually really expensive and really hard to do. I pay between $350 to $450 per video. And that's because there's like visual effects, the timelines, there's a lot of editing done. For faceless videos, it's not that complicated. You don't have to do anything crazy besides place clips here, add a transition maybe, which is just drag and drop. And of course, set it up in a way where you don't get copyrighted, which by the way, that's another very common question. How am I posting celebrity news and top 10 TV show videos without getting copyrighted? Well, that's because I make my videos transformative. Using ChatGPT and 11 Labs with those two things alone, I make a decent script, I choose a high quality voice, the message of my video makes sense, and I make transitions to every single visual after 7 seconds. Anything over that, you're pushing it and you're most likely going to get copyrighted. That's pretty much it. Oh, almost forgot, for the thumbnails. Kind of the same shit, you can go on Fiverr. I mean, even ChatGPT can make pretty decent thumbnails for you, or just learn how to do it yourself. It's really not that hard. Listen, I'm not saying YouTube isn't hard. That shit could be a little bit tough. What I'm saying is creating videos, creating faceless videos is very easy to do. That's what I'm saying when I say this is easy. Now, a question I get a lot is, how long does it take? How long do I post? How many videos do I have to post before I start making money? That always depends. In my school community, I've worked with thousands of people. Not a huge chunk of them actually saw success. Some did it in a week, some did it in 2 weeks, some did it in a month. But the majority, I haven't really heard from them. or their videos just aren't performing. So it kind of depends. I don't know. There's not an official number for that. And from what I've seen, you know, the students that remain consistent usually see results. Usually. Though I think it would be a banger to lie to you and tell you that it's, you know, you'll get results fast. It's impossible. That's not how YouTube works. But I mean, hey, if I did it, why can't you? So very quickly, let me show you what's inside of my school community. And if you don't give a fuck, you can click here and skip to the rest of the video. But for those of you that do care, my community is called Views for Income. If you do end up joining, this is what you're gonna get. Number one is the blueprint step-by-step. This is just a quick tutorial on how to set up everything. We don't really count it, but the real videos are in the tutorial vault. And this is over 60 videos where I go step-by-step on everything that I know about YouTube. Photoshop tutorials, AI tutorials, scripting tutorials, everything that I've learned, all of my experiences, all of my trial and errors are going to be in these videos. And just last month, I ended up adding 18 new videos in the 2025 Vault update. You also get a list of the best niches. You also get thumbnail PNGs. But the best part is that I go live 2 times every single week. But usually I go live on Wednesday and Sunday, and this is where I speak to you guys directly, answer any questions, review your channels, all that good stuff. So again, link is going to be in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. If you want to check it out, you can. All right, now that we got that out of the way, we can continue. Now, a lot of people worry that the only way to be successful on YouTube is that you need to have a shit ton of subscribers. No, that's not true at all. Matter of fact, the YouTube channel that I showed you guys earlier that made $10,500 in just 28 days, it only has 5,096 subscribers, right? And it gained 3.6 in the last 28 days. So I'm really bad at math. Give me 1 second. 5096. So that means that this YouTube channel had 1,496 subscribers, and in 28 days, it made $10,000. Now, of course, this is my experience. I'm not saying that you're going to make $10,000 like me, but I'm just trying to show you that subscribers do not matter. They haven't mattered for years on YouTube. And also, these YouTube plaques that I have back here, they used to be pretty cool until Shorts came out. Then everybody realized how easy it was to get 100,000 subscribers on a Shorts channel. Then they would start 50 YouTube channels, get 50 of these, and then drop a course. By the way, that's why there's a lot of YouTube automation gurus. Most of the plaques that you see that they have come from Shorts channels. And personally, I don't really fuck with YouTube Shorts. It doesn't pay that good. I don't really see the lifespan of a YouTube channel being too long term. Another thing I want to point out is saturation. On paper, it makes sense, right? It makes sense that you don't want to do a certain niche or hop onto YouTube automation because there's too many people doing it. Yes and no. Nowadays, there's more people doing it, but that doesn't mean they're succeeding. There's more shit videos now than there was 3-4 years ago, is what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah, I mean, technically, there's more quote-unquote competition, but in my opinion, there's more shit competition, if you really want to call it that. You know, that's kind of an argument that I sort of debunked, right? Because at the beginning of my school community, when I was promoting, I was telling everyone to do celebrity news. You know, I was preaching about it in every video, and there was a lot of students that actually did get results from that. For example, if I go into my wins tab, Vlad here said, at 89 videos, I can finally say I'm making some decent earnings. Stats for the last 14 days, 2,200. If anyone is interested, this niche of celebrities, but I did not take part in the Diddy fiasco. Okay, yeah. I mean, this is 2 birds, 1 stone. Vlad here posted 89 videos, minimum 90 days, right? Saying he took a 2-day break. And in the last 14 days, he's made 2,000 bucks. So, you know, it can take a while. We also have members like Seb here that said, it took me 25 days. Posted his first video on August 20th. Look at that. His channel's already blowing up. We also have members like Majo here that have consistently been making a few $1,000s. Mehmet here posted this, advice, just do it, with $7,197 in his second month. And then he shared this picture, which I don't know who that is. We also have members like Kevin Harrington, $4,000 his first ever month. He started with the group about 2 months ago. Keep in mind this was posted August 1st. He started 2 brand new channels. Oh shit, S Breezy here August 2nd. Said final results, first month of monetization, $6,107. He said this only took 24 days due to being monetized on July 7th. I came here with zero knowledge at the end of May. This student decided to stay anonymous and wanted us to post for him 6 months in, and he's going strong. 2,000 in May, 4,000, oh wow, he's consistently making $4,000 a month. Jay here made 8,000 in just 4 months. But anyways, you get the point. Don't let people who have never tried it talk you out of doing it. Now, I'm not saying celebrity news. I'm gonna get to that in a bit. You know, saying you do YouTube sounds very scary. And a lot of people post a few videos and they think they're gonna become the next fucking Mr. Beast, right? And by the way, most likely the videos are absolute shit. I would give it a try first. I would give it a try before you pull the trigger on any community, on any course. But anyways, with saturation, that takes me to niches. The health niche, celebrity, WNBA, old Hollywood, top 10s, movie recaps, anime. All of those niches are cool, but recently I discovered something new, and I realized that YouTube automation is still very young. So saturation argument is out of the fucking window, because the last 2 original YouTube channels that I started, and by original I mean original niche, I found a topic that nobody else did, then I created automation videos on it, and it worked. The last 2 channels. The sauce is that you want to target an older audience, you know, people over the age of 30, over the age of 40. With YouTube automation and faceless channels, everyone's doing the same shit. It's all mostly like younger people, you know, my age. But again, I'm considered one of the older guys that does YouTube automation. I'm 25 years old. But if you're over the age of 35, if you're 40, if you're 50, it's like, dude, the knowledge of the market that you have is crazy. Because the people in your age range are not attended to. There's not that many niches for you guys. There's not enough content. And that's what I've been targeting, right? When I did the country channel, I only covered country artists from the 50s and 60s and 70s. I didn't touch any of the new guys. For this one that I'm doing right now, I'm strictly targeting people over the age of 35. You know, the niche, the topic of my videos is something really fucking boring, but it might not be boring to you. But yeah, I really need to start scripting these videos because I ran out of things to talk about. I don't know, I'm kind of blanking. I don't know what else to talk about. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, or whatever.